बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। तमाम CSS जवानों को खुश आमदीद। In the previous lecture, we talked about the golden strategies to write an ideal paragraph for your CSS examination. It can be any paragraph, whether it's an English essay, English précis, or any other subject like current affairs, park affairs. Paragraph writing is one of the key essentials in your English writing. In the previous lecture, we looked at the concepts, the strategies to write an ideal paragraph. We also discussed the topic artificial intelligence, the death of creativity. Now, we will practically demonstrate how an ideal paragraph is actually written, and we'll break it down in all those components that we discussed in the last lecture. So now let's move on. Our topic is basically artificial intelligence, the death of creativity. First thing, we all know we have to identify our keywords, that is artificial intelligence, death, creativity. So, as we discussed earlier, that our topic sentence must highlight our keywords as it is. What many people they do mistake is that they try to make synonyms, they try to add synonyms of those keywords in their topic sentence. That is not the right approach. We must include the keywords as it is in the topic sentence at least. Artificial intelligence has revolutionized human capabilities, but too much reliance on it has resulted in the death of creativity. Now this is our topic sentence, and it is clearly depicting the central idea of the paragraph, that artificial intelligence has revolutionized the human capabilities, but too much dependence on it has also resulted in the death of creativity. So we have our keywords very well articulated. Sorry, let me change the marker. Our keywords are well articulated and organized, that are portraying our central idea. Too much resilience on AI, death on creativity. Creativity is the God-gifted ability that is developed through imagination, emotions, experience, or critical thinking. Now, this second sentence is explaining about creativity. What is creativity that is being damaged by AI? The topic sentence and the explanatory sentence of the keyword. However, now this is very important. However, we could have started this sentence without however, but we use the word however. This is the transition word that is used to maintain connectivity between the sentences. Now with this however, this sentence is being connected to the other one, and it is a good approach. This is called cohesion, as we discussed in the last lecture, maintaining connectivity between the sentences. And this transition word however is followed by a comma. This is important to note as well. This comma is very important. However, the increasing use of AI tools for writing, designing, and problem solving encourages individuals to rely on AI instead of developing their own creative skills. Now this sentence is the major supporting argument. Also to note that I have replaced artificial intelligence with AI. This is justified when we are writing so many paragraphs. For example, when we are writing essay, and that too in timed way, like there are 3 hours time limit for writing an English essay, we can substitute the original terminology with its keyword AI. But if we have ample time or we are writing just one paragraph, then it is highly recommended that you use the full term artificial intelligence rather than its initials. Keep that in mind. Okay, so now we have moved to the supporting argument, and this is the major supporting argument. Sometimes it is better not to get messed up in major or minor supporting arguments. You can just go keep it simple and just talk about the arguments, the supporting arguments. But this in particular, since we are going into depth, So this is the major argument, major supporting argument. Increasing use of AI for writing, designing, problem solving encourage individuals to rely on AI instead of developing their own creative skills. One more important thing in creative skills. Instead of repetition of the word creativity, I tried to improvise a new word, creative skills. Though it gives the same meaning, same impact, but it is different because I have already used the word creativity. I tried to innovate a new word, creative skills, with the same meaning. For instance, again, a transition word. Since we are giving an example, now this is a minor supporting argument. This supporting argument will support this major argument. But nevertheless, it's a supporting argument. For instance, students who use AI to do homework, assignments, or research lose their creative writing skills. Since we use this word writing, we try to support that major argument with these creative writing skills. Again, I have used a new word, creative writing skills, rather than repeating the word creative skills or creativity. It is very much better to avoid repetition as much as you can. Additionally, followed by a comma again. Another transition word, since we are following the rules of paragraph. Additionally, programmers are becoming heavily dependent on AI agents to get their projects done. Again, a minor supporting argument that is supporting the major argument, problem solving. Okay, to get there, as Elon Musk stated that the consequences of AI going wrong are severe. Therefore, we must be proactive rather than reactive. Like we discussed earlier, then giving an evidence is very strong approach to add more strength to your paragraph writing. And since Elon Musk is also related to the field of artificial intelligence, he is one of the giants when it comes to the name of artificial intelligence, it is good to give a quotation of an individual who is relevant to the field. For example, if we give, rather than Elon Musk, if we gave an example of some unknown person who might not be linked to artificial intelligence, that might not be a very good approach. But since Elon Musk is a key figure in artificial intelligence, his quotation adds much weight to our paragraph. This is the evidence that we'll add to strengthen our stance. Okay. The consequence, although there will be a comma, although AI can enhance creativity by providing suggestions, yet it cannot replicate human emotions. This is very interesting point to note. Although AI can enhance creativity, but we were talking about the death of creativity. Why are we writing AI can enhance creativity? This is important to note. This is called counter argument. It is also good to add a little tweak of counter argument in your paragraph while discussing the topic sentence. Although I have used the word that, though that is one possibility, yet if we look at the other side of the coin, AI can also enhance creativity by providing suggestions, yet it cannot replicate human emotions. Still, we have gave strong weight to the death of creativity part. It will not replicate human emotions, which was our actual idea, the death of creativity. This was the critical analysis part as well. This was in the critical analysis part, you can add your personal opinion, a tweak of your own suggestion, what you have in mind. And that is a good thing to add. You can add a counter argument or you can add a critical analysis part. And finally, hence, AI should be used as a VA. Since there is little space, you must not use this term VA, you should use the full term virtual assistant. Hence, AI should be used as a virtual assistant rather than a replacement of human creativity. This is the concluding sentence. Now you can see this concluding sentence strongly supports our topic sentence and is also pretty much similar to our topic sentence, that it should be used as a virtual assistant rather than a replacement of human creativity. And also one key aspect to note is that our concluding sentence is ending on a positive note. This is very important to note, that your paragraph, it is very good approach to end your paragraph with a positive approach. It adds a solution oriented approach that summarizes your whole paragraph. Now, while reading all this paragraph, you should have noticed that our paragraph was revolving around one central idea, and that was artificial intelligence resulting in the death of creativity. There was explanation of creativity, there was also supporting arguments, there was a counter argument, and eventually there was the concluding sentence. You can add this evidence. I added a quotation of Elon Musk. You can add many statistics. You can add a better approach is to use a statistical data, factual data, a quotation, anything you can add to strengthen your stance with an evidence. So this was a practical approach to write an ideal paragraph in English writing. And it can help you a lot in your CSS journey, because everything is based on paragraphs. In the upcoming videos, we'll talk about different forms of paragraph, the introductory paragraph, body paragraph, concluding paragraph, transitional paragraphs. So stay tuned. तमाम CSS जवानों को Guardian Angel का सलाम.